Hi, everyone. So I just wanted to kind of go a little bit deeper on Parshat Toldot. This is, I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on this year, but this is really, Hashem's just knocking me over the head one after the other. So perhaps the clouds are parting and there's a big voice. Maybe it's not one everyone can hear, but for sure I'm starting to hear it. And, there's that famous line in Parshat Toldot, which is "the voice is the voice," and many of us, I want to say all of us, but I'm going to say many of us understand that to know that that there's a hidden meaning in this, in that the power of Esav comes through the hand, and the power of Yaakov comes from the voice. Hence the statement, the voice is the voice of Yaakov, but the hand is that of Esav. And I was reading this Sefer, and I've had it for a very long time. And I don't know, it seems like all the classics are coming back for me to come and reteach me. They may have to come over and over again. But it really, not only I think, really puts a new dynamic into the voice is the voice, but it kind of encompasses, all this. I don't want to say it's not new teaching. It's not new teaching, but very popular teaching that's coming today, mainly in that of positive thoughts and also of hitbatadut, which are all very important. We cannot have a relationship with a Kodesh Baruch Hu if we're not speaking to him. And the more you speak to him, the more you understand the way he's speaking back to you, and you can start to see him in everything that you do, because you start to really comprehend that he is everything. But that takes communication. And I read this. I wanted to read this. This was so very great. It was just very great. It was so great. So I said, I have to share this. So it says, the need for verbal prayer is understood also by a more literal aspect of the speech, thought, body, soul analogy. Viewing the body as a vessel or container, verbal prayer provides a vessel or container to receive the outpouring of the divine grace requested. Speech has a physical reality, and it makes it possible for the divine grace to flow to the physical reality of the material world. The spoken words thus become the instrument or intermediary through which the spiritual fulfillment of prayer can be realized on the physical level. Thought, on the other hand, is a mental or spiritual reality. It is a mental or spiritual tool or vessel. To be sure, mental prayer too is heard above, and it too draws forth a response. The answer to prayer, however, is restricted to the vessel provided. Thus, it will flow only to the spiritual vessel of thought and will not become realized on a physical level. So the citation for this is from the Sefer Baal Shem Tov, Noach, note 59. I believe it could be page 53b. And also they're citing Rav Dov Ber of Mezrich and the Magid Devarav LeYaakov. All right, so what does that mean? So this is really tying into the voice is the voice. So what it's literally saying is that if we want to draw these spiritual blessings from the spiritual realm into the physical, we have to actually verbalize them. So this is really, even though I think we know this in theory, right? I think we all know this in theory, but here it is. It's really, I don't know if it's the concrete for me. I don't know what it is. It really is blowing my mind. So forgive me, because I just find it so hard to articulate what the words I'm trying to look for. But it really does open my eyes as to the benefit, if you will, of actually verbalizing your speech, not just keeping everything bottled up in your head. So this is really great because, when I was young, I think it was like credited to you as a bad thing if you were talking to yourself. And these days, I feel like that's all I'm doing is talking to myself. But I got to tell you, it really, 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 really works. Like, I really feel like there's a speeding up, if you will. There's a hastening of the response. But I feel like it's more and more that I speak to Hashem in this manner, I feel like the faster and faster it's like actualizing. So I really found this interesting, because I found this really as the proof of what I felt like I've been going through for the past few years. And the more that I did it, the more that it became really I don't even want to say everyday thing. It's almost like an every hour thing. It's like, a Kadosh Baruch Hu just becomes everything to you. And it's just so amazing. It's very heartwarming. The levels of love you can get to with a Kadosh Baruch Hu and the things that he wants to show you and share with you. And surely, for anyone who thinks that the Torah is outdated and it has no place in today's world, I got to tell you, I feel like it's more applicable today than it probably was when it was going on. And I'm sure, listen, it was going on, it was happening, it was for that time, but I feel like it's so close to me. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. It's so close to me, but I just thought this was very powerful. I wanted to share that. I don't want to keep going on with Parshat Toldot because, there's other things to learn, but I just thought this was wonderful. But really, I encourage you all to just start, those positive thoughts you're taking, just start verbalizing them, make the vessels, and just watch a Kadosh Baruch Hu come and fill them up. It's a really amazing thing. I wish you all hatzlacha in coming closer to Hashem. Hashem should hear you. He should draw closer to you. He should reveal himself openly to you. And he should just really, really illuminate this concept for all of us. I really pray that, because it's just, I think a lot of us, myself, I can only speak for myself, but I'm so needy for Hashem. I just really am so needy. It's ridiculous, but I hear he likes that. So, keep going, keep praying. And I wish you all shalom, shalom.